Hello there, I'm Andy McIndoe. Welcome to this course on gardening for wildlife, one of the most fascinating and important areas in gardening today. This course is aimed at any gardener with an interest in making his or her garden attractive to wildlife, bees, beneficial insects, butterflies, birds, and of course small friendly creatures. It's not necessarily only for the totally organic gardener, but any gardener with a respect for the environment and one that wants to protect and to nurture wildlife. It's relevant to those with both very small and also very large gardens, living in the town or in the country. One of the main concerns is always whether you can have an attractive, appealing garden and still be wildlife friendly. There's a misconception that those gardening for wildlife must have a wilderness. This course proves that you can have a garden for you to enjoy and also for wildlife to thrive in. The course suggests what to plant in the way of trees, shrubs, perennials, bulbs, annuals and grasses to benefit insects and birds. Continuity of food supply, habitats and places to breed, and whether the garden is a place for wildlife to visit or to live in. The objective is for the student to look at his or her garden, or gardens he or she is dealing with, and plan how they can be made more appealing to wildlife and, at the same time, more appealing to the gardener. Hello there, I'm Andy McIndoe, and I'm delighted to welcome you to my course on how to make your garden a wildlife-friendly one, as well as a garden that you can enjoy and one you can be proud of. Our objectives are making your garden wildlife-friendly, but still having the garden you want, what to do and what to avoid, the importance of pollinators in the garden. Have you got to go native, or will garden varieties attract wildlife? We'll answer that question. I want to look at the difference between your garden as a food source for wildlife and a habitat. And I want us to think about continuity of nectar and pollen supply and introduction to plant types to think about. It'll also be an introduction to meadows, prairies, lawns and ponds, and considering, of course, the undesirable wildlife and how maybe we can discourage it. Gardening is in essence a way of controlling nature to achieve an environment that is pleasing to the gardener. We want an attractive flower garden, maybe a productive vegetable garden, a pleasing landscape to look at. Sometimes nature gets in our way as pests and diseases thwart our efforts. However, we also need nature to achieve pollination of our fruit and vegetable crops. Without pollinators, our crops can be very disappointing. We also need wild creatures to bring the garden to life in the air, on the ground, and of course in the water. We like to encourage wild birds to share our gardens, and we like to see bees and butterflies enjoying the flowers.